And hello to you. Welcome to a Tuesday morning, boys and girls. Yes, it's Tuesday the 19th of October 2021. A very good morning to you and welcome to another little hour of chit-chat and fun on what is an incredibly warm morning. Anyone been outside yet? It's warm. Not cold, if you see what I mean. You're expected to be a bit cold now. It's not cold. It's not cold at all. It is warm if you poke your little paws outside at the moment and test it out. Can't believe it. 19th of October and it's warm. There's a little bit of rain on the way. They told me, I was just asking our delightful Amazon device what the weather was going to be like. She said there was going to be a little bit of rain at about 8:30 and then for about half an hour and then that's it for the day. Warm winds, bit cloudy and overcast, but you couldn't make it up. I don't think this is the only time it's been sort of warm this time of October. I seem to remember last winter it was particularly cold early on, if you see what I mean. And it carried on a bit, didn't it? But we've had warm weather in October. I seem to remember 3 or 4 years ago, would I be right in thinking we actually had some warm days in November as well? I'm sure I was walking around in November in a T-shirt. I know some of you are permanently cold, and that's only because you sit at home with your damn heat and turn the heating on the 1st of September and you don't turn it off. Have you been in those sort of houses before? Where the heating's constantly on like that? Funnily enough, I was just talking about heating. I was just watching the news before I come upstairs this morning. And they were saying about these new air source boiler type things, air source and ground source heat pumps, and they're going to give us a load of people £5,000 to change over. The thing is, one of these things to put in, I think it's a minimum of about 10 grand if you've got a house, right? I mean, there's heat pumps and there's heat pumps. That's a heat pump up there, but it's a single one. Here you go. See that thing up there? Just about to see it. Shall I move that up a bit? See that there? All right, okay. That's like a I mean, you think it's an air conditioning unit, and it is. It's an air conditioning unit. It's also a heat pump, and it chucks out hot air like a giant fan heater. It does chuck out hot air, and it works very well. It certainly warms up this room very quickly. But then there's these heat pumps that warm radiators and things like that. And if you want to do a house, it's going to cost you about 10 grand. Well, a new boiler, I mean, you never go for British Gas. Geez, they want about 5 grand. Who's this now? Oh, it's Dave Pottinger. What's he sending me here? He's sending me something. I'll have a look later. What's going on with this here? Hang on a minute. Just a second here. Oh, it's sent me some stuff. It's my neighbour. He's having a little holiday at the moment. Yeah. 10 grand. If you have a new boiler put in and you get it done by a plumber, not British Gas, okay? British Gas is going to charge you a minimum of 4 grand. A minimum of 4 grand, probably 5, something like that. I've seen these quotes from people that have their stuff done. I've just had a new boiler. Who put it in? Oh, British Gas. Very, very good. 5 grand. How much? We've got like Bracknell Plumbing around here. I think it's about 1.5 grand and a half. Of course, if you're if you can do gas and all that, if you've got the certificates and all that, you can do it yourself. You can buy a gas boiler for like, I think 300 quid. You know what I mean? And 300 quid, even if you had got a boiler putting it in, grand and a half, £1,500, £1,500, in comparison to putting in some sort of air source or ground source heat pump, starting at 10 grand, even with the 5 grand off. Do you see what I mean? It's expensive for people. But old Boris was saying this morning in the paper, if you don't do it, we're not going to come, the Green police are not going to come knocking on your door. Well, that's a few years down the line, mate. You might not be there then. It'll all be changed by then. I wonder what sort of police we'll have by then. They'll be knocking on your doors, dear. Yes, hello. Can we come and look at your boiler? It's bad enough with your TV sets now, isn't it? Can we come and have a look at your TV licence? All that. I know some of you don't have a TV licence anymore. And if you don't want a TV licence, that's fine. But you're not allowed to watch anything live. I don't even think you're allowed to watch this without a TV licence, because this is live. Well, I say live, assuming you're watching this at 25 to 8 in the morning on Tuesday, the 19th of October, 2021. Of course, if you're watching a recording, that's fine. And by far, and I've said this so many times before, by far, many more people watch this as a recording than watch it live. You know, it just how it fits in with their day. Sometimes when we do it at night, people couldn't watch it who were working at night and vice versa. Now it's swapped over a little bit. I don't know where we'll stay with this, but we're just seeing how it goes this week, really. If you're watching a show, wherever you are, good morning. If you would like to join in and you're in a chat box or writing comments somewhere, then I'm not in the comments or chat box section at all. Too much to be going on here with that, looking into all of those all the time. To join in the show, if you want to send me a direct message, feel free. You can use the email there, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, all right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Or you can use a text message, 07451 287 337. All right, 07451 287 337. We've got an email here from Chris Lotz, who's in the States, who sent this last night while he was... oh, where's my glasses? There they are. There's my glasses. Oh, there's something else to show you there. While he was watching the show last night. And Chris writes, we were talking about velvet jackets yesterday, weren't we? Because old Prince William, very smart in his black velvet jacket. And of course, not Roger Moore, James Bond. His name's gone right out of my head. Not Pierce Brosnan. Oh, God, what's his name? His name's gone right out of my head now. James Bond. Oh, just a minute. James Bond. Not Timothy Dalton, no. Not Timothy Dalton. Oh, come on, who are you now? Daniel Craig. It's funny how a name goes out like that. Daniel Craig, of course, wore that. It was very nice, actually, that nice pink velvet jacket. And we were asking on the show yesterday morning, is this a thing now? Do we all have to go and get velvet jackets? Is this the latest fashion trend? And do you like it? And Chris Lott says, yes, you totally need a velvet jacket. Maybe shall I look for one? Are they very expensive? We can't be spending hundreds of pounds on jackets anymore, dear. That was a few years ago when the cash was rolling in. We're on Amazon now. £25 maximum. Even the trainers were 12 quid. I've got very old, Chris. Very old. I've now got trainers that are £12, including delivery from Amazon. I've got 2 pairs of those now, both of which are perfectly all right. One of the viewers, I can't remember who it was now, actually, he bought some... I think it might have been Jason Hughes. He bought some £12 trainers from Amazon and they fell apart. Well, mine haven't. What are you doing with them, dear? You're not doing all that jogging, are you? Very bad for knees. Very, very bad for your knees. You know, especially a bit overweight like me. Your poor old knees cut. I've enough trouble standing up when I get out of bed. Do you? My feet. It's only because you're carrying so much weight. I think it's all round my arse. Do you know what? While I was around my mate's house last night, I got up and my tracksuit bottoms were a little bit down off my arse. And he said, oh my God, that is the worst arse I've ever seen. How rude is he? Dirty git looking at my bum anyway. Rude. Anyway, Chris Lott says, you totally need a velvet jacket. I'm shocked you don't already own one or 10 of them. Well, we got a few jackets, haven't we? I can see you wearing a dark purple velvet jacket. Oh, I know, you should just get velvet jammies for the Polar Express train ride. Yes, we're looking forward to that. The Polar Express train ride, which we're going on in December. I haven't got the date here now. Look it up. You can go on the Polar Express. Yeah, they advise you to wear pyjamas on it because I hope it's heated. Blimey, it'd be cold in December, wouldn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll have some more solar flares flying at us. Did anyone see a solar flare? Because I didn't. You know, solar flares. Was it last week? I think it might have been last week. Solar flares are going to be ejaculated at this globe. Well, I looked all day long. I never saw a flash once. Don't see any flashing here at all. Most disappointing, to be honest. All right, join in 07451 287 337 or use the email. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. A couple of texts here. Let's see if anyone's saying anything other than good morning. Do join in, dears. You know, good morning's very nice, but is that it? Dan Woodhouse don't even bother anymore, does he? Rude. Dan Woodhouse, who I look after at the karaoke. I look after him. Don't bother say hello anymore. Oh, can't be bothered to do the text. Oh, it's too much effort. Oh, it's too much effort. I can't be bothered to send a text. No, very tired now. I can't be bothered. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Can't be bothered to put you on for your song. Huh? Perhaps the lights will go out when you're on the stage. Oh, it might be doing you a favour doing that, Dan. I don't know. Huh? Jason Hughes, morning. Good morning, Maureen. Thank you for playing the new ABBA track. Yes. La 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 la. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. It's the other one, isn't it? I still believe in you. That one. Oh, a beautiful song, though, Maureen. Isn't it lovely? Lovely song that is. Good morning, Diane Jeb. Hello, Diane. Mwah. All right, sweetheart. Morning to Rachel Wheatland. No work today, Rachel. She's up nice and early today. And Vera is in the choice. Vera's choice in the morning. Reach on air. You're there as well, Vera, aren't you, my darling? Okay. Don't know if we've got anyone on Facebook watching, but if you're watching there as well, good morning. Join in by sending a text, 07451 287 337. If you've never sent a text before, put your name to it as well and where you are. You know, I don't know, John in Germany or something like that. Then we can refer to you directly rather than just a number. You are more important than a number. Remember that, my darlings? Much more important than a number. I've got things going on as well. I'm sitting here quite hot. I might even have to turn on the air conditioning, you know, at 20 to 8 in the morning. I can't open the window yet because it's pretty black outside. If I do that, moths will come in. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got it on heat, haven't I? I can't put it on. Let's turn it off again. Can't put that on because it's on heating at the moment. Shall I just open the window a little bit? Do you mind? Just a minute. Has anyone been outside? Is anyone talking this morning? Hello? Has anyone been outside yet? Is it warm where you are? What about up in Lincolnshire, Rachel? There we are. Now, if moths start flying in now, it's your fault for making me all hot round the collar this morning. Huh? Anyway, things are happening here at the Mirable Studios downstairs in our laundry department. The washing's on already. Washing's on. I like the house to be doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? I quite like the idea that I'm sitting here, and while I'm sitting here, chatting away to you, there's a machine downstairs doing my washing, which will be hung out a little bit later on. Hung out to dry a little bit later on. What did I watch on the telly last night? I went over my mate's house. We were going to have beans on toast, but frankly, I had such a large lunch yesterday. You know, that would have been at about 1 o'clock. I went swimming. And then I came back here and had lunch. I put it all in the oven on timer. Have you got a timer on your oven? It was great, isn't it? An oven timer type thing. And I had my lunch there. And after I finished it, I felt so fat. I felt really fat. I had corn nuggets, chips, loads of vegetables, piece of bread, and a packet of munchies, because they're like £1 at the moment. From the co-op. If you go into the co-op at the moment, you know those bags of sweets, dairy milk buttons and things like that. They're doing some of those for £1 at the moment, and munchies were in there as well. So I had some of those as well. By the time I had those, I felt so fat, and I did a few bits around the house. Went to bed for a couple of hours, and then I walked over to my mate's house. I was going to have some beans on toast. And I got, first of all, I went via BP Garage because he said, can you get some munchies as well? Not for me. So I got 2 packets of crisps, and he wanted some chocolate as well. Oh, the chocolate in there, it's so expensive. It's £1.25 for a bar of chocolate, which to me is too much. I'm sorry, there's a level that I'm happy to pay for. And once it goes over that, I think, no, you're not ripping me off like that. And these bags of sweets were, I think they were over £2. The same ones as what was £1 in the co-op. And if you want to buy anything like that, BP does seem to be the worst place for overcharging for sweets and everything else that's in there. So I didn't buy any. But they didn't have any Bounty. He wanted a Bounty bar. They didn't have any there anyway. So I thought, well, I'll get him something else. And I'm looking at all these prices and I'm thinking, no, you're ripping me off here. Not going to buy it. So we didn't buy it. I went over to his house. We watched a bit of telly, Merlin, and a Downton Abbey. It's the Downton Abbey where they're having the phone installed, which is just great. And the lady of the house is miscarries, and Lord Grantham, he's in floods of tears. Very good. And Thomas, that horrible gay butler. How much do you want to strangle him? Thomas the gay butler. Oh, he's horrible, he is. And Mrs. Patmore is having cataracts removed. I love it. Did you watch Downton Abbey? I did watch a lot of them the first time around, but not all of them. My mate haven't watched any of them, so we really sit there and enjoy that. And then I came back here, got back here a bit later than normal, really, but about 11:30. I like 11:30, and I made myself another cup of tea. And by now I felt a bit peckish, so I had a bit of toast with marmalade on it, and sat down and put the telly on. I think it came on Channel 5, and they had a hospital type, a real, not like Casualty, a real hospital program on, which I think was called. You've probably seen it, have you? On Channel 5, 999 Critical. Anyone seen that one? 999 Critical, and I think it's like they go into Casualty, and it's the people who are, life or death situations. And it was an absolutely fascinating thing of this poor old man, and he looked like he was in his 80s, to be honest. He'd had a stroke, and they put them in this machine that looks at your head inside, doesn't it? And they did this operation. Like, I think they cut a little hole somewhere. How they know where to cut the hole, I don't know. So they got a little hole in there, and then they push in this little tube and a wire down the tube. And while that's happening, they're looking at a TV screen, somewhere up there, and you can see inside his brain. And it's absolutely fascinating. And you can see this wire going into his head, and I say, yep, there's the clot there. He'd got a blood clot. That's, I think, what causes strokes, doesn't it? And the blood clot blocks the flow. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just trying to remember this now. The blood clot blocks the flow of blood to various parts of the head. Anyway, so this machine, well, not a machine, this tube and this wire, and they're putting this wire in really carefully, and then they, right, there it is, and then they get that. And then they pull it out through this little tube, right? And they put it on like a Petri dish type thing. And it's so small. It's so small, this blood clot. But that is what's given him a stroke, right? They drop this thing there, I suppose the size, not the size of a pea, much smaller than that, really. Very, very clever. And then they show you the brain, and on the live sort of X-ray television screen thing, and where the clot has been pulled out, this whole area, then you see all the blood going up into this area and then spreading out like a tree. Inside, it was absolutely fascinating. I have to say, I thought, wow. And that's why he had the stroke. No blood getting to bits of the brain. You literally see it. As the clot comes out, the blood rushes in and then fills all these little branches in the brain. Isn't that interesting? Maybe you can get that on the Channel 5 iPlayer or whatever it's called. But the programme was called 999 Critical. And it was on the telly last night, if you want to watch that. All right, my darlings. Very good morning to Paul in Cornwall, who's live on Reach On Air and chilling out listening to music. It's very cold and damp outside. Oh, really? In Cornwall? Seriously, it is not cold at all here. I don't know shall I find out what the temperature is from Alexa? I'm going to cut my microphone so I don't set your devices off. Just a moment. 16 degrees. I told you, 16 degrees out there at the moment, and we're expecting rain at about half an hour, and then nothing, and then warm winds. It's just amazing. I'm amazing. Very good morning to you, Stephen Petty. Morning to you, sir. Good morning to the delightful Stephen Petty, who is in the house this morning. Morning, Stephen. First time you joined us early in the morning, isn't it, my darling? Morning, Chris. Thank you very much. Andy's there. He's in a foggy West Midlands, home of ATV Television. Ba 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 bum 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 dun 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 da da da. That one. And Central as well. From a foggy West Midlands, that's where Andy. Have you heard the new songs from Adele and Elton John with Dua Lipa? Yes, I very much like the Elton John with Dua Lipa. I'm a bit of a fan of Adele. I think she's got a fantastic voice and a fantastic personality, but every bloody song she does is so depressing, isn't it? It's like watching Katie Price crying on the telly all the time, or Gemma. They're so. Why doesn't she do any happy songs? I think Adele was fantastic. Love to meet her. She's very down to earth. Very, very talented. But the songs are all so depressing. I mean, it's all right if you want to go and kill yourself, you know. A little slice across the wrist as you listen to Adele, you know, Someone Like You. Mind you, DJ Chris sings Adele songs, and he's found some trumped up jazzed up versions of them, which are very good. I think he does Someone Like You, the Thin Red Men mix or something like that, and it's quite upbeat. They've made a dance beat to it. You can practically take any song really and put a dance beat to it. I don't know if any of you remember Margarita Prakatan. Do you remember her? Prakatan, who died a couple of years ago now. I worked with her once in Clapham. She was great. Such a funny lady. And she came down these stairs with that boa around her thing. She'd come down these stairs and come onto the stage. And it's funny, you know, she's very, very funny. And because she's as mad as a hatter, the only thing is you can't get her off the stage. You know, and eventually you do have enough of that. That's why I've restricted this show now to an hour. You do have enough of it. Anything, it's all the same. You know, you have too much. You get fed up with it in the end. You do. You do get fed up with it in the end. And we couldn't get her off the stage, but she was very funny. And she did a version out some time ago of Hello by Lionel Richie, which I do have here. Perhaps someone might want to ask for that this morning. Hello, you know. Hello, is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you... And she does it with that wonderful Cuban accent. I quite like people's accents when they're singing songs, you know, in English, but with their accent. Oh, you listen to ABBA. You know, the girls from ABBA, they sound like they're not English a lot of the time, don't they? Very good. Andy goes on to say, Westlife is back with a nice song too. My interest in music is returning the charts, looking good again with some good music. Yes, Andy. And a while ago... Oh, who's ringing now? Christ's sake. Oh, it's my sister now. What does she want? Just a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's get her on screen. Shh, don't say anything. I'll get my sister on screen. She's ringing. Where are you? Yeah, just a minute. Let's get my sister on screen. Yeah. That's not her number there, is it? Oh, Christ, don't show you her number. Say hello to the viewers. No. Yeah, you're on, Shao. Say good morning to the viewers. Eh? Morning. Well, that's why you ring this time, my darling. Is it a private call? Of course it is. All right, well, I'll ring you at 8:30 after we have a little commercial break, darling. What I'm really disappointed... Well, I've got to say, Shao, let's just turn you around so that the millions of viewers can see you, what you look like at this time in the morning. See, she looks a bit different from the videos now. Look, she ain't done her hair, ain't done herself up. Look at that. Gosh. What's disappointed me more than anything, Shao, is that you've gone dark. Have you changed colour, my love? How have you done that? There you are, you're back now. What's disappointed more is that you've rung me and haven't realised you're not watching me. Right. Well, I've been up at 6:30, Shao.
Well done, bruv. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much. Ring you later.
Right.
Bye, love. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, well, bless. She does ring sometimes early in the morning. There you go. Look at that. Special appeal. The husband won't like that, you know. Why are you going on his shows? Why are you... It'd be a bit like that, wouldn't it? He'll start sending me invoices now. You know. Wife's appearance on your show, 250 quid or something like that, wouldn't it? Well, let's go back to Andy. Yes, I think there's some excellent music around now. I'm a big fan of some of these young stars. Of course, I love the ABBA stuff. Justin Bieber, I think, is immensely talented. Some of the girls on there as well. There's a lot. Dance music seems to be quite good as well. Billy Porter. Now he's got a new track coming out soon, or it may be out now. Shall I have a quick look, see if it's out yet? It's called Children. That's his new one. If it's out, I'll play it this morning. Children. Billy, it's out. Oh, it's out. Okay, so we'll play that this morning on the show. It may be a song to start with. Usually when I'm doing the radio show, which is on a little bit later on, if you want to join us, there it is. Oh, it says Monday there, but it's Tuesday, of course. Yes, I'll be on there just after 9 o'clock, okay? reachonair.com. Shall I just change that date over while I'm sitting there? Hang on a minute. Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday, 1, 2, 3. Tuesday. 1 minute here. There we go. Tuesday the 19th. There you go. That's it. All done now. So that's where I'll be this morning, just after 9 o'clock. What I look for in the very first song is something that hits you, if you see what I mean. We don't start with a ballad or anything wishy-washy. You know, it's got to be, boom, we're here, sort of thing. I purposely look for something like that, and that probably is such a song. So I'll have a little listen to that in between the sort of break between the two shows, and see if we can start with that. I'm looking forward to playing that now. Children, Billy Porter. That's his new song, and hopefully you'll be with us, Andy. You can give us your thoughts about that when we start that. Rachel says, I have strange work shifts. She works Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just Monday, and then back to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's very warm here in Lincolnshire. It's incredible. 16 degrees, 16, 32, 42, 50, 62 degrees. Isn't it? 62 degrees at the moment. I'm not complaining. I walked back from my mate's house like with a coat on. My God, I had to take the coat off in the end. I don't like to take too many clothes off because I have to walk past a lot of bushes on the way back here and through areas of woodland. You know, not the woods, but woods either side. I mean, anyone could come out of those woods and have their wicked way with me. That's why I walk very, very slowly in the hope... Sorry, very, very quickly in case something like that happens. Very dangerous. Morning to John Parrish. Morning. So sorry to hear about Barney. I was talking to Martin last night. Oh, yes, Barney the dog. My sister lost her dog recently. My sister is a big fan of all animals, actually. She has a dream one day to actually own a horse. You know, I'd love to see her have a horse. That horse would be so well cared for, the same as her dogs. But sadly, she lost one of her dogs last week, Barney. He was a Springer Spaniel, a little bit of an old boy. But he wasn't very well, so they lost him last week, unfortunately. All right, 07451 287 337 is the text number this morning if you want to join in. Just remind the gang, if you're sending a message in a comments or in a chat box, I won't see that, okay? Got to say good morning to Gareth Rogers. Good morning to you, Gareth. Morning. Gareth is a wonderful person. He does a drag act called Dusty Spring, and he's moving to Asia this morning on a plane. Perhaps you can watch this show while you're flying, leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when you'll be back again. He's an excellent entertainer. He's off to Asia. I don't know if it's Japan or somewhere like that, actually. Not quite sure exactly where he's going to be staying there. If you're watching the show, by the way, do share it to your various walls if you've got time. And if we could have a little like underneath that, then that would be most appreciated as well, my darlings. Okay? Now, talking of things flying, they've got a new way to kill us. Oh, don't these people love to spend small fortunes coming up with new ways of killing us all? Don't they, eh? I have to have a load of tea in the morning, otherwise I cannot function. And it's not going to get cold like it did yesterday either. That's better. They got a new way of killing us. Oh yes, sir. As reported in the Daily Mail yesterday, China. Good morning, China. How are you this morning? Mr. XI, isn't it? XI. I don't know how you say it. Z? How do you say XI? He's in charge of China at the moment. Well, China, they have now secretly... I mean, how do you secretly test a nuclear weapon? I mean, there's satellites everywhere. You can't do it secretly, can you? China has secretly tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile which orbited the globe went right around the globe before returning to Earth to strike its target in a technological development that would overcome any US anti-ballistic missile systems. Oh yeah. You can just be he can be just sitting in his bedroom, Mr. XI, push a little button and blow us all up to smithereens. What the point of that would be, I don't know. Sometimes I do wonder. Sometimes, you know, all these nuclear weapons, this, that, and the other. I go down the route as well. Yes, we do need them because other people have got them. Right. On the other hand, what would be the point of someone firing something at us when we can fire something back at them? It just and I think it was the Queen that said, and myself, to be honest, that the reason we haven't had another war yet is because people have got these things, and if they start it, then they are guaranteed to be finished off by everyone else. And probably we would be finished off as well. It would be absolutely pointless. There'd be nothing left. Nothing left. Well, they've now got these missiles which go right around the world. A report from the Financial Times which cited 5 unnamed intelligence sources. I'm not an intelligence source. Don't ever say that you're intelligent if you're not, because you'll trip up. That was a quick impression of me tripping up. Would you like a quick impression of me tripping up? Let's use another one of our many cameras here in the Mirable Studios, boys and girls. I'm now going to trip up live on the air just for you. I'm just going to take off my glasses so that I don't smash them as I'm fuller. So we're just going to trip up now. Just up. Right. Now that wasn't quite authentic. I know. I know, because I knew I was going to fall down then. So you may have seen me put my hands on the floor then, didn't you? Purposely. Huh? Wasn't quite authentic, but it was the best I can do. Cubs, do your best. We will do our best, yes. All right? Anyway, this missile circled the globe. Circled the globe before descending towards its target, which it missed by about 24 miles. Well, that's good, isn't it? Well done. Well done, Chinese. Aren't these the people that are supposed to be doing autonomous cars? Well, if you believe this story here, you know, you could be going somewhere. You might go to London in a Chinese car and end up in Birmingham because they can't hit the bloody target. Well, that's good, isn't it? Well done, lads. Huh? I told you I'd give you a laugh in the morning. The hypersonic missiles can reach speeds up to 21,000 miles an hour. Or maybe they should employ them to work in the bloody post office, dear. Oh, dear. Oh. Queue? What queue? Oblivious to queue. Have you ever been to France in the queue? They don't see the queue. They just go, yeah, okay. It's like in the old bag in the post office down here. You know, good morning. Good morning. Oh. 5, 10, and they get the unemployed people, don't they? You know, the people too lazy to do their jobs. Not the ones with proper disabilities. The ones who are too lazy. They've got disabilities in their heads. Nothing wrong with them. Mind you, they don't do that. I was about to start handing out money then. That goes straight into people's accounts now, doesn't it? You know. But years ago, there was one particular old bag in the post office. And if there was someone on benefit, she used to count it out loudly for us all to hear. 5, 10, 15. That's £125 benefit this week, madam. Bye-bye, thank you. And she'd be looking at us going... Oh, I haven't got any first class stamps. Just a minute, let me just check for you. The queue's getting longer and longer behind you. Well, if we've got missiles at 21,000 miles per hour, can we have some of those working behind the post office for us, please? Anyway, they reckon these hypersonic missiles reach speeds up to 21,000 miles an hour and could strike anywhere on Earth from space within minutes. But they don't hit the target. They said they were 2,000 miles out, 24 miles out of range. Well, that's good, isn't it? 24 miles, that's almost my journey to London. Oh, God blimey. Because they wouldn't want to blow up Bracknell. Not what with this wonderful piece of entertainment provided you for at least 10 people, free of charge. Except for those of you that send in a tip now and again. Thank you very much for those. Oh, let's put the tip number up just in case. You know. But they might aim for London. Well, where would they aim for? Probably the city where all the money is, I suppose. Or MI5 in Vauxhall. It's a bit odd, really, isn't it? How comes we all know where MI5 is in Vauxhall? Shouldn't that be secret? Like underground somewhere? It could be with the Wombles because they are underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles are Wimbledon. Come on, it's me or Naga Machete. Make your minds up, darlings. If you want to leave this programme now and go and watch... who's on there this morning? It's Dan and the one with the funny teeth and the long blonde hair, isn't it? What's her name? She's on BBC Breakfast. And the oh so important Susanna Reid, dear. And Richard Smarmy Mackley. It's me or them. Take your pick. I mean, it could be worse. What's the worst thing they could do on the telly in the morning? Move loose women to the mornings. Oh, God. Sitting those old four bags sitting there in various corners of the TV screen, coming out with their tears. Oh, Denise Welsh would be... Oh, do us a favour, girls. Isn't it supposed to be diverse, loose women? Well, where's the men then? Where's the men? Where's the men? Well, it's not diverse then, isn't it? Yeah, but it's called loose women. Doesn't matter. You go on about your diversity. Where's the men on there? We don't want old codgers like me. Good-looking men, please. There's one down the road there, actually. I could put him in touch with you. Anyway, back to this. The system would be able to overcome US anti-ballistic missile defence systems that are based in Alaska and sent up to shoot down projectiles over... I like that. I like that word, projectiles. Use that in a sentence this morning. Come on, send me a message with the word projectile in it. Go on, try it. The system would be able to overcome US anti-ballistic missile defence systems that are based in Alaska and set up to shoot down projectiles coming over the North Pole. The Chinese system would be able to strike the US from the south. This is bad news, isn't it, eh? So there we are. That's the latest way that they want to kill us all, boys and girls. Dan Woodhouse has sent in an email, a very, very important email. I should have a jingle for you, Dan. I don't know what it would sound like. What can I use any of these? What can I use? It's important news, boys. Red alert. Red alert. Important news flashing coming in. We've just had the news of the ratings this morning. Dan Woodhouse is reporting 14 million people are watching now, which is more than Good Morning Britain. Thank you, Dan. And Dan says that few and few, far and few, are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. It's a shame those blooming people coming over from France don't go in a sieve, isn't it, really? Hello? Pretty, where are you, darling? Pretty, quickly, darling. There's some more people. Pretty, where is she? Pretty? Oh, there she is. There's Pretty. All right, Prit. She gets up so... She's very, very busy, Pretty Patel. Otherwise, she could come into this show very happily. Very happy to have Pretty Patel. Oh, the left ate her, don't they? They ate her. Absolutely ate her. Oh, don't like Pretty Patel. We do, thank you very much. 07451287337. We'll have a phone line open this morning just in case you want to call in. Don't feel you have to. No one usually does. Good morning to Vera. Vera's joining in this morning. Morning, Vera. I would like to projectile Sainsbury's into space. It's a good job you're incognito because there's many Veras work in Sainsbury's. You don't know which one it is. If any of the bosses from Sainsbury's are watching this morning, which probably isn't the case because they won't be up yet. Not the people at the top. They just sit there and get richer from your work, Vera, and other staff in Sainsbury's. We could do with someone like you at our Sainsbury's in Bracknell. Miserable bastards up there. Miserable people. Here, you know when I went into the BP garage last night, Vera? Right? Now, I had I bought a French stick from the Co-op earlier, which I had in my bag. And when I went in there, I had only gone in there for crisps and chocolate, and I bought these 2 bags of crisps. I got my headphones on, and I was listening to something really wonderful on my headphones while I was walking up to my mates, which was my show from earlier. You know, nothing better on the radio than my shows. I don't mind saying that. You know, sometimes you have to admit to things, even though it's a little bit embarrassing. So I got my headphones on, put the crisps down. I said 2 for £1.50. Okay, so he's typing them into the till, £2.34. And he done them in. I give him £1.50, and he pointed. I thought he was pointing at the till. I said, oh, there's supposed to be £1.50 over there, mate. And he pointed again. I said, what are you pointing at? And I thought he was pointing at the credit card machine, you know, the little touching thing like that. And he said, the bag. I said, what about the bag? He said, the baguette. Well, it's not a bloody baguette. It's a French stick, you dickhead. It's this French stick. What about it? He said, is that from here? So I just handed it to him. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, they all look the same. And I'm like, yes, they do. There you go. And I walked out. Rude. Thought I'd nicked a baguette. Don't they know? What a thicko. It's a French stick, dear. French stick. Rude. Suggesting that I would steal? Me? A man of my stature? Steal? Don't think so, dear. How rude. Anyway, back to Vera. You wouldn't check me out, Vera, would you, if I was at your Sainsbury's? Would you be standing next to the self-service checker to check that I'm not putting expensive grapes through as carrots? Yes, I know that happens. I would imagine that's probably the most thing in a nicking sense of things that happens at the self-service checkouts. But people are so thick that they don't realise they must have cameras over these little things, mustn't they? Where was it I was the other day, and they had a camera right in front of you, and you could see yourself on a screen while you were doing the self-service checkout. I can't remember where that was now. Don't have any of that in Waitrose. No one nicks in Waitrose. I don't think many people nick in Audi. They're too frightened to get past Mandy on the till. Ooh, she's rough. Don't muck around with Mandy, mate, on the till with Audi. Vera says, did you know Sainsbury's is doing Uber Eats? What a nightmare we are all having. Now, I've seen this. They're doing it in the Co-op as well. And I was in there yesterday, actually, buying these 2 French sticks and a little bit of ice cream. And the Uber, and she was doing something at the till while I was standing there. I said, oh, are you busy, love? Shall I go and use that machine? She said, I won't be a minute. I've just got to do this Uber Eats. Right? Well, the Uber Eats people, you'll be able to tell me if this is right or not, Vera. They don't do the shopping. From what I could see, it's not them that does the shopping. There's a member of Co-op staff. You have to tell me if you do this. There's a member of the Co-op staff going around filling a box, filling a little basket with items of shopping, and then the Uber Eats person just comes and checks it out. We've got a phone call. Who's on the line, please? Good morning.
42.
No, that's someone that's some sort of message coming through. That's not a real person there, so we'll cut that off. Yes, from what I gather, the shop staff fill up a basket, and then the Uber Eats bloke just comes in and collects it. Is that right? Is that how it works? Is that how it works? Don't know. You tell us that if you want to, Vera there. All right, my love. Okay, let's have a look here. Caravan. Caravan on a roof. We'll just see if when Vera answers that, I'll reply to that, my darlings. Okay. See if we can work out how this Uber Eats thing works in shops. Caravan. Did you see this morning? An unusual place for a caravan. Now you know I like caravans, eh? I'm very lucky enough to own my own. Okay, it's not without its problems. It's an old caravan. You expect problems. Real men, fortunately, are able to fix the problems. Sadly, me with my very bad, terrible DIY skills, I always have to get someone in. And it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing to have to ask someone all the time to do what can sometimes look like the most simplest of jobs. But that's how it is, unfortunately. I am embarrassed to have to ask people. And yet I know, as you know, if I attempt something, it will go wrong. End of story. And you can do an awful lot of damage to stuff by trying to do something that you're not sure of. It's all very well you saying, watch a YouTube video and copy that. It's all very well saying that. And it may be very simple to you. And sometimes I think to myself, are people that stupid that they think that anyone can do anything? Because they can't. Believe me, they can't. You know, you are good at certain things. I have yet to find anything that I'm good at. Okay? Different people are good at different things. Right? And if you've got an old caravan and you can make it into a palace. There's an old boy on the caravan site at Chapel Hill. Is it 8:15 already? There's an old boy on the site at Chapel Hill. His name, Jersey Dave. He's a really nice man. Can't understand a bloody word he says. Because he's got this accent. I don't know what the hell he's saying half the time. I just nod. It's as bad as that. Lovely wife he's got. He's got this caravan in the corner. And it's spectacular. All lights up at night. He's about, I would say he's 70. He's 70 and he's doing up caravans inside. He bought a caravan recently, I think for a member of his family. Gutted it. So just a box. One box. There's now a bath, new floor, this, that, and he's done it all himself. All himself. I think you need a lot of patience as well. I'm not very patient with people. People just piss me off. They really do. I've got no patience for people anymore. And it's great. I can't do that, you see, unfortunately. So an old caravan, constant maintenance issues, that gets to me sometimes. Big time, really. Really gets to me to the point I just want to come home. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm coming home. I nearly came home early last time, to be honest, on the Wednesday. As soon as that water heater started playing up, I thought, oh, I can't be bothered with this. You know. But where you just saw that picture there, there's an article in it. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at the text message there from Vera. Here we go. Yes. Yes, I thought so. Vera says, no, we do the shopping for the lazy people who can't be bothered to get off their fat arse to come to Sainsbury's. I thought it was you. Yeah, it's not the Uber Eats drivers that get the shopping list and go in and do it. I think, is there some way that they send you the list and then they just go and pick it up and deliver it to whoever can't be bothered to leave their houses? Of course, some people can't. I'm fully aware of that. You don't need to send me messages. Oh, I'm disabled and it's very useful to me. I know it is. And for you people, that's what it's for. Not for lazy people. They can't be bothered to get off their fat asses and go down the... Oh, I've got to play my computer games now. Oh, I can't be leaving, no. Oh, my favourite programmes. Oh, we've got The Only Way is Essex is on soon. I've got to watch my Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, it's pathetic. Pathetic. And Vera says that, you know, it's for the people who are lazy. Twats. She says twats. That's a good word, isn't it? Twats. She said, yesterday someone ordered cigarettes to be delivered. Another Ben & Jerry ice cream with wafers. Someone ordered a packet of fags to be delivered. Have you heard that one? Sorry, if you're in America, fags means cigarettes here. Doesn't mean gay people. Although you can call me what you like. I like the names. My favourite name is Puff. All right, you old Puff. I quite like being called that. Oh, especially if it's Mark Bowles. Yeah, I'd like him to come up behind me and say, "You're right, you old Puff," and then slap me on the arse. that does something for me. I'm sorry, perhaps I'm a strange person, I don't know. Other people who are hard left, it's really offensive. No, it's not, it's just having a laugh. Just having a laugh, dear. I'd be the perfect person for GB News, don't you think? Perhaps I could take over Simon McCoy. I don't think he's going to stay much longer. He looks so fed up there, sitting there in the morning, doesn't it, Simon McCoy? Just imagine that, ordering a packet of fags. So the cigarettes, what are they now? They're about 10 quid, aren't they? Cigarettes, £10, delivery fee, $4.99. Wow. They're off their heads, these people. Someone ordered a Ben & Jerry's ice cream with wafers. You could make it up, could you? Oh, it's Fran Green. Good morning, Fran. I was just asking about you yesterday, darling. I hope you're well, my love. I haven't seen you for a while. Have you been working hard, darling? Nice to see little Fran Green pop up this morning. My partner in crime where it comes to raving. You know, castles in the sky. That one and what have you. Morning to you, Fran. And Rachel says even though Tesco... I got a Tesco delivery the other day just because I can. Come on, Rachel. Don't you like... You see, I quite like walking around supermarkets. If I go to a foreign country, right, I always make sure that I find a supermarket to walk around in. Yeah, and they are all very different depending on where you go. In America, fantastic. Places like Walmart and Publix, Publix, our American friends, Glenda will know these places, and Chris Lotz and anyone else who's in America. I love them. They're enormous. You know, if you've been into the biggest Sainsbury's or Tesco's, wherever you are, that would be like a small toilet compared to some of these huge supermarkets in America. And no need to go anywhere else. Everything is in there. You want to buy a telly, a pint of milk, or some drugs for the pharmacy, something like that, all in your massive supermarkets in America. And then at the other end of the scale, supermarket in Cyprus, quite not huge at all. Everything's in there. It's just not huge, not like, you know, you wouldn't have like 10 brands of sugar. You just have 1 or 2 brands and things like that. That's in Cyprus. And then right at the other end, the supermarket where me and my mate went to, my mate at the time was Steve. We went to Barbados. We sought out a supermarket there when a lot of empty shelves, to be honest. You know, we're just going down to the supermarket and there was hardly anything in there. A few bags of rice on the shelves and not much else. So I do quite like having a look around different supermarkets in the world. She says, I got a Tesco delivery the other day just because I can, even though Tesco is a 5-minute walk. Oh, come on, Rachel. Very, very disappointed with you, Rachel, with that one, darling. I don't want to hear that again from you, my love. Huh? Come on. Mind you, she'll be going to and from the supermarket at the moment, collecting all these Halloween decorations. Halloween is... Oh, hang on, where's my echo now? Is it that one there? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Halloween is coming! Halloween is coming, yes! Only another, week or so? 19, 20, 21, 22. Just under 2 weeks now, isn't it, Halloween? Rachel loves it. It's her favourite day of the year, or favourite night of the year. Rachel does actually become a vampire. Leo, her husband, has to leave the house. Very dangerous. She's going around sucking the blood out of people's necks. God, I used to do a very similar thing in Chariots, to be honest. She comes out of there. The kids are frightened, terrified to death, they are. She runs around the house, blood pouring out of her mouth. And then she quickly disappears into her bedroom and closes the curtains just before the sun comes up. If you want to watch something like that, a bit horrific, there's this programme on the Netflix at the moment called Midnight Mass, which is very good. Very, very good indeed. Bit scary. Thank you. She said, you shouldn't, no one is perfect. Better to be safe than sorry. Getting a professional to do your jobs. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, well, yeah. I mean, you really shouldn't tackle these things, to be honest. It's a bit frightening, really. Good. There's another phone call. If this is another message, I'm going to block the number. Let's have a listen.
Delivery system.
It's another message. We'll block that number now then. Okay, that won't be able to ring us again. I don't know why someone keeps trying to send us a text message on a phone-in number. That's the text number's up there. 07451287337. So we'll block this now. And blocked. Report abuse from this person. Well, it wasn't abuse, was it, dear? We don't worry about abuse. I quite like a little bit of abuse now and again. Do you? Who likes a little bit of abuse? Anyone? No, the text number, if you want to send a message, use the text number 07451 287 337 is my number. I can't believe the time. It's 25 past 1. It was really nice on the karaoke on Friday and Saturday this week. We had 2 great karaoke nights at Central Station. Do come and join us. Have I got a karaoke poster on here? One moment, please. I thought I had a karaoke poster on here somewhere. Where's that? There it is. There we go. Friday and Saturday, Central Station. That's our karaoke nights, boys and girls. I know I mentioned this a lot on the show, but one of the things I can do while I'm doing the show, money-wise, I don't make any money from this show unless anyone sends us a tip. But I can, with the equipment I buy for this, I can get, it's tax deductible, you see, as long as I use it for advertising my shows, which I'm doing now. There you go. That's where we make money, so I can advertise that, and that's how we get away with that one quite legitimately. Central Station Bar. Anyway, one of our singers, who I'm sure you've seen if you watch our live streams, Lou is his name. He is such a nice person. He's very quiet, likes to kind of, he's a bit of a loner, I think, likes to be left alone. Sits at the table, buys a bottle of wine. And last week I mentioned to her, I said, what is that? Is that wine or prosecco or champagne he's sitting there having? And it was prosecco that he has. Anyway, so he asked us to get a couple of songs for him. He sent me a little text after. He said, any chance you could try and get a couple of these songs? So I did try. I checked my karaoke sort of song suppliers. There's quite a few of them out there. Sunfly, Zoom, karaoke version. There's quite a lot. So I checked them all and I couldn't find these 2 particular songs. One was from a musical and another one was another one. However, I did find them on YouTube, versions of them that someone has made. Now, trouble is with the YouTube, it's very, very difficult to, if you're doing a karaoke night and you've got a system playing out those songs, so to speak, right? You've got a system playing out the songs. And then to pull up something on YouTube and get that to come on both screens at the same time, it's a bit difficult. It's clunky. It's not impossible. It's clunky and it breaks the night a bit, if you see what I mean. It'd be like me now stopping doing what I'm saying and then going to do something and then coming back to you. It'd be a bit like that. Gaps, which is okay in this situation. On a stage, lots of people in there. You don't want any gaps at all. So I said I'd try and find them, and I did find them on YouTube. But when I watched them, the words were not matching up with the music, and I thought, it's not very good. So I sent him a little message back, look, I'm really sorry, I can't find these 2 songs that you want. Do you know someone that's done them? I'm quite happy to buy them for people. There's about £2 every time you buy a new song, right? But I'm quite happy to do it now and again, do a couple for people. And I said, have you got any links to who's providing them? And he said, no, I haven't got any links. And that was it. And then Saturday he came back in. He came straight onto the stage with a carrier bag. I said, all right, Lou, how are you? He said, just wanted to thank you for looking for those 2 songs for me. I've bought you this. And there's a bottle of wine in there. Yeah, how nice is that? Didn't have to do that. But I thought that was really nice just because, and I hadn't managed to get hold of them either, but just because I'd looked for those 2 songs for him, he bought me in a bottle of wine. I thought that was incredibly kind, really. Very, very kind indeed. So thank you, little Lou, for that. Right, just a reminder, gang, don't forget, if you're in a chat box or on a comments, I'm not in that. Just send an email to us, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, or use the text number 07451 287 337. Just going back to that caravan story there, and there's the picture there. There's the caravan, and this bloke, they put a caravan on top of a roof near St Paul's Cathedral. And it's blooming marvellous. We've actually run out of time now to do this story. I can't believe that. And it was like the main story of the show. But that caravan, can you just see to the left of that spike sticking up, that's St Paul's Cathedral there? and they put a caravan on the roof of City Works, which is in London, and I think anyone can stay there. How amazing is that? It's clever, isn't it, eh? Doing something like that. I don't think I'd like to be on the roof of a place in a caravan, to be honest. I think that might be a little bit dodgy if the wind blows, you know. I mean, it's bad enough when I'm in my caravan at the edge of a field in Lincolnshire. When the wind blows, that caravan and half move. Well, it doesn't actually, but you can hear it, the wind. Some of the caravans are not put down, so you know, they're not anchored down properly, and they sway a lot. Especially those that, if you go at Haven Holiday or something like that, they really do sway around. Anyway, that's it for the show this morning. Thanks so much. I'm not here tomorrow. I'm in Legoland tomorrow with my nephew and his family around 10 o'clock, and I thought, you know, I'll have to get ready to go to that. So no shows at all from me tomorrow morning, no chat show and no radio show. We'll do another chat show for you on Thursday morning at 7:30. Okay, my darlings? We're just trying the old 7:30 thing out this week to see how we get on. So I'll be back with you on Thursday morning at 7:30. I'm not going completely, though. If you want to join us on the radio, okay, at just after 9 o'clock, I'll be there, and I shall be playing the brand new song from Billy Porter within the show, as well as Vera's Choice, some new music, some old music, and our daily ABBA song. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in half an hour on reachonair.com. Good morning to you.